Would old Jason be older than future Craig?
That's a
Or
great
future
question.
Jason be older than old Craig?
Right.
I don't know. Things to think about.
Insurance dudes are on a mission to escape being handcuffed by our agencies.
How? By uncovering the secrets to creating a predictable, consistent, and profitable agency sales machine.
I am Craig Pretzinger.
I am Jason Feldman.
We are agents.
We are insurance dudes.
Right now, while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
We took our notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies led Craig and I to selling more than 10 million in premium in the last 2 years.
On this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the same results.
Just go to live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
If you jump on this call with us, we're certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.
Ooh, we're back. Let's talk about what we learned over the last year. We had some fantastic contact rates when we were dialing out, and those dipped. And so they made some new laws, right?
Yeah.
And now all the VoIP carriers are making you tokenize those phone numbers. So basically what's going on is they're making, anybody can buy a phone number over the internet and then use that or mask it or whatever and call people. Well, so many people were doing this, and there's so many crazy businesses, overseas businesses, and everybody who's calling everybody. They're starting to really crack down on who the phone number comes from. So they came up with a system that now you have to tokenize your number if you want it to be registered, which means you're going to get a much better contact rate. And as we talked about in the past about contact rate is everything. Everything. So
Until the next step.
Until the next step. So Craig and I, we've used Ricochet and we registered our numbers, and wow, what a difference it made in contact rate.
Yep. Another thing to keep in mind is there's a multitude of different systems.
Truth.
But you want to look for one that allows you to register, and then also some sort of watchdog there to make sure that the number isn't making too many dials, because you want to stay compliant from a dial perspective, right? How many times you hit that household.
Yep. What we found is right around 50 a day, not more than that.
But not 50 to one household.
No.
Right.
No. How many calls to one household in a day? That's a great question.
Yeah. We're at 3.
We're
max.
at 3. Max.
Yeah. And
you don't want to do that every day.
6 or 7.
Right. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah. It's so aggressive.
It is. Yeah. So now no more than 3 times, and 2 times is way better. And consecutively, right? So if you're calling 2 times consecutively every single day, you're going to get flagged.
Yeah.
You're going to get flagged.
And there isn't really a way to be alerted that you're flagged other than calling yourself and you see that you're flagged by it saying spam likely or scam likely or whatever. So the only way to really find out is be watching your numbers, and you'll see all of a sudden that contact rate dip. So it's important to be really mindful of how many dials are going out. And again, that's why Jason brought up the phone system that we like, only because it makes it kind of something you don't have to necessarily think about as much, because the report's real quick and they have different ways to make sure that you're staying compliant that way.
Yeah, and no matter what system you're on, just make sure that whatever number is dialing out, that it's not dialing out more than 50 times a day.
Per line.
I mean, you can do it more than that, but again, like the more there is no specific exact number, but so there's apps that can block, right? Like, what is it? Robocaller, something like that.
Robocaller, spam blocker. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them.
There's all those. There's also each carrier, they all have their specific algorithms. Plus then there's Apple and Android. I mean, they're all doing things separately. So there's no exact one way. There's no specific exact numbers. We just know that it's got to be under 100 dials a day. somewhere between 100 and 50. So
Right.
we like to stay lower. Again, if you know that some metric, if you go up to it or close to it or over it, that it gets marked, then you want to stay away from that danger zone.
Yeah.
This isn't the funnest. I mean, the phone stuff is not the funnest stuff to deal with.
Sure. It's not. I don't love doing that and getting that set up and dealing with that. But the flip side of it is I certainly love doing that a lot more than not having any contacts and spending money on leads.
When I tokenized my number, I think I had like a 300% increase in contact rate.
Yeah.
It was a minimum of 200%. So if you think about all of my hard costs, my telemarketers, my agents and everything, it cut their time in half.
Right.
So that's another thing. Everybody's like, oh yeah, well, how much does your CRM cost? It's like, who cares? You're talking about let's say it's $100, $200 or whatever, right? Well, now if Sally's be able to do twice as much and she costs $4,000 a month, I mean, does it matter if it's $200 or $300 now she's twice as productive?
Right. It's like having another salesperson for the cost of a seat.
It's crazy that that's even a conversation sometimes.
Right. Well, it is, and it's just a different way of thinking of it. I remember old Craig used to think like that too.
Same with old Jason.
Oh, old Jason. But even old Jason's still younger than old Craig.
That's true.
And current Craig.
And future Craig?
Yeah, probably. Would old Jason be older than future Craig?
That's a great question.
Jason be older than old Craig?
Right.
I don't know. Things to think about. If you have an answer for that, you can fire us a Snapchat or whatever.
Huh? We don't have Snapchat.
I know. So you can't even do it.
You were going to do our texting number, but you don't remember it.
520-214-2219.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
A little text chat. And you can say opt me in and we'll send you a text every once in a while. It literally will be every once in a while.
Love it, love it, love it. All righty. Well, I think that's it.
That is a play out of the playbook, Hut Hut Hike. Phonetastically speaking, we will see you on the next one.
All right.
Hey, what are you still doing here?
Well, while you're still here and while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
Yeah, if you weren't listening before, we took notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies did help Craig and I write over $10 million in premium in the last couple years.
And let me tell you, on this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the very same results.
Again, that's live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
And if you jump on with us, we are certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.